ISP News. Evening edition.
Time for the evening blues. It's time for the blues news. All right. Did you hear that? No?
I think so, yes.
What do you mean you think so, yes?
Yes.
You're hearing something you aren't?
Yes. Definitely.
Okay.
Okay. So the evening news. So should we go see our friends over at the Dream Journal?
Okay. Let's do that.
Okay. How do we find them? That's terrible. Yes, the Dream Society over at Dream Journal. So, there we go. The Dream Journal. We're going to read from the Dream Journal for the evening edition.
Evening edition of the Dream Journal.
All right.
Are you ready?
We have Confessions of a Disgruntled Yogi. This is from Organic Lifestyle magazine. So, it says, I get so tired of being a human lately. This is an article by Nick Mancy. To me, being human means having a rational brain that makes up 40% of my entire brain. This rational brain, for most people, including me, means overthinking and not feeling enough. Feeling, I believe, is where the ease is, the flow, the bliss, the guiding light, the answers that we're all looking for, trusting your gut feelings, as we say. With today's modern world, we have too many diversions and distractions that keep us in the left brain and away from intuition. So this is the beginning of the article, Confessions of a Disgruntled Yogi by Nick Mancy. It's on the Dream Journal.
Okay.
So, it says, continues on with saying, with advertising and television mixed with bills and the pressure to consume, we easily get caught up in the cycle. The powers that be have structured our society's template to suit the needs of a few rather than everyone. We are all pawns in someone else's game, it seems.
Checkmate.
We buy their products and buy into this cycle of work, consume, that they have created. It is no wonder we as a human race are so disconnected from our feelings and from one another. And when our feelings start to come to the surface to say, it's wrong, the system is fucked up, it's not you, we easily dismiss this as our unreliable mind's way of seeing it. So we get right back on the grid. Maybe this time with some help from our friends at Xanax.
It's not right that you be searched just because you want to travel.
So, anyway, this is Nick Mancy. He's, looks like, practices yoga, a yoga teacher in San Francisco. Started One Breath Yoga.
Oh.
So that's his contribution. That ended up in the Dream
Breathe
Journal.
deeply. Put yourself in the lotus posture. Breathe deeply.
You can find the Dream Journal at thedreamsociety.info. That's www.thedreamsociety.info. And you can find the Dream Journal there. Right now we're on air at Underground Radio, broadcasting the evening edition of ISP News. I'm Dream Girl here with the Night Watchman
Good evening.
on Monday evening, July 16th, 2012.
It's 8:58. So, I was thinking,
The Night Watchman's thinking.
I don't listen to much news, so most of the news is sports news. So what do you think? You know, this thing with the Padres that everybody was talking about, well, 2 runs came in while they were the Dodgers were kind of standing around. Cosmically speaking, it was like some divine intervention took place. How could that happen?
I don't know if you call that divine intervention.
Well, what happened? 'Cause,
That's
you know,
like when they come into home plate and they kiss the sky, you know, like God gave them this home run.
No. I'm not talking about hallucinatory divine intervention. I'm talking about real divine intervention. The umpire, his job, he gets paid to watch the ball and watch the play and see everything. He completely missed
So
it.
you're saying like this doors open and close where this
Right.
moment in time opened up for this thing to happen. I don't know.
Now, that could have been a side effect of something bigger or more important. But for a moment there, those guys just turned off. You
It
know?
happens. That's why you watch baseball.
Yeah. But the umpire calls the guy out and the ball is in the backstop.
Yeah, that's
the
like
catcher doesn't catch it.
ridiculous.
I know, it was totally the biggest cartoon ever. You know, how could that happen? You know, in a major league game. And
I'm sure there could be lots of explanations, and you know, maybe divine intervention is it. I wouldn't go so far as to say that, but it's, you know, if you think it's possible,
well, it was just, you know, all of a sudden the Dodgers are about to close out on their win. They're 2 outs from winning the game. I mean, they're 1 out from winning the game,
right?
you know. And they got men on base, but they're still in a position of 1 out from winning the game. They didn't give up a hit. 2 runs came in without even anything happening. So.
Well, as a Giants fan, I was happy for the incident.
It was just hilarious to watch. When I heard it on the radio, when the Giants announcers were talking.
And the same evening, the Giants went down to the last out, pretty much,
that's right.
and then the game got tied up.
They
with-
won it, but yeah.
With
Anyway,
Lincecum having pitched so well,
he didn't get his win.
correct. So that's a little bit of sports news on the evening edition of ISP News. I'm Dream Girl here with the Night Watchman, bringing you the evening edition of ISP News, citizen journalism, calling all citizen journalists who have to say. The news is happening now, all the time, in your area, in your town.
Is your chat bar open?
Chat bar.
Chat bar.
I doubt it.
Just in case somebody decides to chat you. Tweets you.
That's the Tiki function as well as the other.
Hey, check and see. Try to go online over here. Oh, I have to do that one thing. See if we're on, the Night Watchman is on.
Last I checked, no.
I know, but since you checked, I try to go on.
Okay. Checking the Night Watchman, broadcasting on Ustream, ISP News.
Should have the desktop.
Off air for the Night Watchman.
Really?
Really? So, we were also reading the Dream Journal in this evening edition of the ISP News. And we read about the Confessions of a Disgruntled Yogi, which was interesting. If you want to hear more about that, you can go read that over at the Dream Journal at thedreamsociety.info. So, what else does the Dream Journal have to say? It says...
Tonight?
And yeah, this is, here's an article called Why Do We Dream? Let's check that out. This is Documentary Den. Has contributed this article to the Dream Journal. And it says Horizon uncovers the secret world of our dreams. In a series of cutting-edge experiments and personal stories, we go in search of science behind this most enduring mystery and ask, where do dreams come from? Do they have meaning? And ultimately, why do we dream? What the film reveals is that much of what we thought we knew no longer stands true. Dreams are not simply wild imaginings, but play a significant part in all our lives as they have an impact on our memories. The ability to learn, and our mental health. Most surprisingly, we find nightmares too are beneficial and may even explain the survival of our species. Okay, so
Heard something similar to that before.
So it looks like this is a video from BBC Horizon called Why Do We Dream? So you can see this video at thedreamsociety.info on the Dream Journal. So, Why Do We Dream? You can check that out. Here's an ad, folks, that I'm going to click on called Our Platform, Your Vision, Cloud Infrastructure Built for Internet Scale. Build the Future. So this is a high-tech software type thing. Check it out here. Learn about this. It says Build the Future. Dedicated servers, cloud layer, free download, free double RAM, double HDD, and double bandwidth. They provide these server services and cloud services, firewalls, spyware, virtualization software. Let's check that out. I don't know what it means, but it sounds cool. Virtualization software. Yeah, this is when you want super fast speed and pretty cool soft layer. So yeah, if you're in need of that sort of thing for your business, it's pretty cool looking. I check it out, softlayer.com.
I can't figure out why we're not on.
So back to the Dream Journal. We're bringing you the evening edition of ISP News. I'm Dream Girl here with the Night Watchman. And we are reading from the Dream Journal.
So, what is my underground radio?
21 Cox customers and 1 new TV experience. This is the Prism Project.
Taking a break and watching the fish. Dolphins, actually.
21 Cox customers and 1 new TV
We
experience.
have 55
This
dream
is
and
the
goal
Prism Project.
affirmations.
I think it's fantastic.
It's like a smartphone.
This was contributed to the Dream Journal by the following
Jumping in the sea.
people.
Underground radio. Oh, it's underground. It's below sea.
Oh, maybe we won't. It was contributed by redgauge.com. However, it doesn't seem to want to load so that we can read it. So we won't be hearing about the 55 dream and goal affirmations. But you could go to the Dream Journal at thedreamsociety.info and look at it later. How about this? This is from the New York Times, the neuroscience of your brain on fiction. That sounds interesting.
This is your brain on fiction. This is your brain on drugs.
It says, amid the squawks and pings of our digital devices, the old-fashioned virtues of reading novels can seem faded, even futile. But new support for the value of fiction is arriving from unexpected quarter neuroscience. Brain scans are revealing what happens in our heads when we read a detailed description, an evocative metaphor, or an emotional exchange between characters. Stories, this research is showing, stimulate the brain and even change how we act in life. Very curious. Researchers have long known that the classical language regions like Broca's area and Wernicke's area are involved in how the brain interprets written words. What scientists have come to realize in the last few years is that narrative activate many other parts of our brains as well, suggesting why the experience of reading can feel so alive. Words like lavender, cinnamon, and soap, for example, elicit a response not only from the language processing area of our brains,
Underground radio.
but also those devoted to dealing with smells.
Right now.
So this is Your Brain on Fiction from the New York Times. So very interesting.
Website.
You could go check